Thanks for joining, guys. This is the Fantasy Football Force. We are doing a breakdown of the AFC South. Uh, Me, myself, DJ Furious, got the other host, Joey Fish. AR is not with us today.
No, he's not.
We're sorry to hear that, but we're really not. And we got
Exactly.
our guest.
Are we really sorry about that?
No.
Uh,
We got our
Boo.
guest over here, Vinny Breezy.
What's up, guys?
And
Thanks for having me, guys.
what are we gonna do, Joey? Who are we gonna start with?
yeah, we're gonna start off with the Jags first. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, guys, to our
Yeah,
YouTube
please.
channel. Yes, and follow us on the socials. We have Instagram, the Fantasy Football Force,
I'll be
and
in
we
the
also
link
have
below.
and we also have Twitter, Force and Goal at Force and Goal, guys. So join us on the socials, follow us, and let's get to it, guys. We're gonna talk about the Jags first. We're gonna talk about DJ Chark. Let's start off with him.
That's my boy, DJ.
DJ
DJ the
Chark.
DJ. That's
DJ
us.
Chark. Fifth round, 504 is his ADP. 118 targets, 73 receptions, 1,008 yards. He's the number one wide receiver on that team, guys.
Yeah.
I think he's the only wide receiver there. but
Yeah, yeah.
for DJ
That I
Chark,
trust. That I trust.
yeah.
First
His
5 weeks.
numbers,
First 5 weeks was the number 1 5 wide receiver for fantasy.
yes, he was on fire the first half of the season. After that, he kind of slowed down a little bit, but
Yeah, week
that's
12
because
and
Gardner
on.
Minshew came in. But
Yep. Week
Right.
12 and on. See, it doesn't make sense because Gardner Minshew had actually a decent season, but then something happened to DJ Chark because at like week 12 and on, he was at wide receiver 64.
well, he started spreading the ball more. If you remember, DJ Westbrook kind of got on fire a little bit himself
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
right,
The ball
right.
kind of got spread around over there. But
But
I
definitely
DJ,
out of those three,
I trust DJ Chark
I
the
trust DJ
most.
Yeah.
Chark.
We touchdowns, eight touchdowns.
Yeah,
That's
he
not
touched
bad.
us.
Yeah,
I see him possibly maybe having, I want to say maybe 10.
Yeah, I see the touchdowns rising.
Yeah.
I see him having actually a better year this year.
Yeah.
I like Chark. What are you guys doing with him at 504?
504, fifth round. I need a wide receiver two, maybe a three. I like him at a high receiver W2.
Yeah. W2 is pretty good.
I like him. I like him wide receiver too as my wide receiver too. We can all agree on that, right?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, let's go on to Leonard Fournette, the running back there. What do you? I know Vinny hates him.
I don't like him. Not a
His
fan,
ADP
guys.
is actually a 303 right now. It's the third round.
Yeah, yeah. What would you
Brown.
do? What are you thinking? What are you thinking, DJ?
I don't know. He had 274 rushing attempts with 1,000 yards
Mm-hmm.
and 500 receiving yards, but only what was it? 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. But
Uh,
for not having that many touchdowns, he has a lot of yards.
yeah, a lot of yards.
A
He
lot of
actually
yards, a
put
lot
up
of
some.
attempts.
He put
Man, I
up some
think
decent
even his
fantasy points too.
touchdowns was like his first touchdown was like in week 8, I think.
Yeah, it took him a long time to.
It took him a long time.
Yeah, but
But
man,
he had a couple 100 yard running games,
Yeah.
a couple yards. He put up some decent points.
Yeah.
Round three, I don't think it's too bad. Uh, if he's there and I need another RB2, I might take him as an RB2.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I think
If he falls to me,
low end RB2 because
yeah,
also they drafted they got Chris Thompson
yes,
to
they
take
signed
over
Chris Thompson.
that pass catching role there, and so his targets, his attempts are probably gonna. They're not gonna.
The decrease.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his passing. He had ridiculous passing attempts last season. That's not gonna happen now since Chris Thompson came. So you
yeah.
gotta have to see that be lowered, low in RB2.
I think his touchdowns go up just because I think Chris Thompson's going to be the pass catching back.
Yeah,
I think they're going to use him
goal
more as
line-
the
A lot
goal
of
line
red
back.
goal
zone.
line
Yeah.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. Let's talk about the mustache man, Gardner Minshew.
I like the stash. I really like the stash.
He's going undrafted. Last year, 470 passing attempts, 60% completion rate, 3,200 passing yards, 21 TDs, and only played 12 games. And he also had 67 rushing attempts and
Yeah.
344 rushing yards.
Yep.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not
It's
bad.
not bad at
I-
all.
I like him since he's going undrafted and he's going to be on the free agency.
The waiver wires.
The waiver wires. If I have to pick him up to stream him, My guys on a bye, I trust it if it's a
Good
good
matchup.
matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll
Yeah,
take.
He's definitely a
definitely.
good streamer. I didn't know
Yeah.
when looking at him, I didn't know he had that many rushing attempts and rushing yards. That's actually
Yeah,
pretty decent.
He's like
He's
Mark
not
was
bad.
saying, he's one of those guys, if he's playing a bad team one week, I
then
really
you need him.
consider starting him. Yeah,
I agree with you guys, 100%.
I would do that.
Anybody else you guys want to talk about before we leave the Jags?
I don't think there's anybody left to talk about on the
It's
Jags.
Pretty
just
much it
Tyler
for me.
Eifert. I'd rather
Tyler.
take Tyler Eifert
Oh
instead of
my
Fournette.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
Couldn't leave that one out.
Couldn't leave
Let's
that one
gonna
out.
let's
All right,
gonna
let's
move
move
it.
on. Let's move on to the Colts. Let's talk about T.Y. Hilton. 502 ADP, 68 targets, 45 receptions, 501 yards, 5 TDs, and only played 10 games.
Yeah, he was out for 2 injuries, I believe, last year. I did have
Yeah.
him. Uh,
What you guys doing
I
with
think
him?
I think the numbers go up. I like Rivers. I like Rivers there. I think it's a big upgrade from Burkhead.
Mhm.
Uh, I see touchdowns. Hopefully he can get some more games in because the last couple of years he have been missing a couple games each year.
Injury plagues.
Yeah, injury plagues. But if he can get a full season in, you kind of stole him at the 5th round, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What you
I'll
think,
tell
Vinny?
you what I use him for. He's one of those guys that I would draft probably in the 5th round, but he would be like one of those people that I would probably use for a trade.
Trade
I
Trade
bait.
would, yeah, I would involve him maybe in a couple player trade package for a better player.
Well, he's
Let him
gonna
put
have to
up.
play pretty decent to trade him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Let
Do
him
you
put
think
up
he plays
28
that
points,
decent?
30 points. He's
I don't
gone.
know. There might be that one guy early that just wants him, and I'm gonna
That
trade him.
that didn't draft no starting
Yeah.
This is
receivers.
what's good about T.Y. Hilton. You got a big upgrade in Phillip Rivers, like DJ said, big upgrade from Brissett, and he's also the number 1 wide receiver on that team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Phillip Rivers, we all know, loves to force passes. You know,
Right.
he loves deep balls. He loves to force
He likes the
passes.
deep ball and stuff. Yeah.
He's gonna be great in a PPR league, but if it was coming to like a standard league, I'd probably stay away in a standard.
From
But
Hilton
PPR,
or Phillip
Philip
Rivers.
Rivers, yeah, that's gonna be pretty
Who are you
good.
staying away from, Hilton or Rivers? You said.
No, I'm saying like if it was a standard league, I would stay
He's
away
probably stay
probably
away
from
from him.
T.Y.
He
okay,
doesn't
Hilton.
see.
okay.
He doesn't see him
Yeah,
making that many
Yeah.
standard points. Right?
no,
You're saying he's a PPR guy. T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah,
yeah.
the PPR.
With
Yeah.
Rivers, now that he's got Philip Rivers, he would probably be great in PPR.
I don't think T.Y. Hilton's a bad option as a wide receiver too. I like
I
him
think
there.
there's value there at the 5th round. I like him at the 5th.
Yeah,
I take him as a wide receiver too.
Yeah.
I think he's good there. What do you guys think about his quarterback? Let's talk about his quarterback, Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers.
ADP at 1308, 591 passing attempts, 390 completions, 66 completion rating, 4,600 yards, 23
that's
TDs.
a lot of yards, man.
20
That's a
A lot of
lot.
yards and TDs.
23.
And how many interceptions? 9 interceptions?
9 interceptions. He had 9 interceptions.
Guess what? With that many yards, that's actually not that bad.
Not too bad, yeah.
And he was
Throwing the ball
also
that many times,
fourth in deep passes amongst QBs.
that's good. See, that's
And-
all
Like
stuff
the
that you
deal.
want to hear in PPR.
And he's got a better O-line this year.
Yeah,
He's got a better O-line, and he has, I think, a twin team to the Chargers. He has Michael Pittman, which they just drafted.
Right.
He's identical to Mike Williams that he just had.
hmm
So he's going to play him a lot. He's got Jack Doyle, which could take the role of Hunter Henry and Antonio Gates. And he's got Jonathan Taylor.
It's a lot to ask for Jack Doyle, but it's a possibility.
Rivers
Hunter
loves-
Henry, I was a big fan of.
Yeah.
Well, Philip Rivers loves his tight ends, basically, what I'm trying to say.
He
So he's
does,
going to get
right.
the targets. He's going to get his
Gotcha.
targets.
Antonio Gates, loved that guy.
Yeah, that guy, Hall of Famer there, boy.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
And then he also has, which they say Jonathan Taylor should be an Austin Eckler. So I think he puts up either the same numbers or even better.
I like his team he went to. He's got a lot of good tools there to use.
Yeah,
A lot of good weapons.
He got the O-line he's been praying for.
You know, he's getting older, and I think he's in the what the hell? Let's throw it down the field mindset. You know what I mean?
Man, I'd love to see him in a playoff game.
Oh yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him in a playoff game.
Very underrated, I think, in my brain, in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's very
I like him.
possible.
I like Phillip Rivers.
I like Rivers.
I'll draft him in
like
a
it.
quarterback league. I'll draft him.
Yeah, I'll take the
Yeah.
rest of quarterback league. I'll stream him if I have to on a single
I want
quarterback
to.
league.
I want to be happy streaming.
Yeah.
I want to be. I want to be mad streaming him.
What
Yeah.
round was he projected?
13.
13.
1308.
Guess what, man? If I get him in the 13th, I'm super happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Jonathan
Keep him on the
Taylor.
bench.
Let's talk about Jonathan Taylor, Marlon Mack. Personally, I'm not drafting any of those guys. And don't forget, you got what's his name?
Naeem Hines.
Naeem Hines.
Yeah.
Naeem Hines.
Hines.
He's
Yes.
there too, also. But I heard a lot
Jonathan
of good things
Taylor's
about.
ADP
Yep.
is really high.
Really high.
Yeah, it's at 403. I actually seen people picking up in the third.
Yes.
I do
Really,
not
really
know.
high.
I do not know if I'll take the risk on that guy.
I'm not doing it. Definitely not doing
That's
it.
the problem. It's a risk that it could be either really, really great or
Yes.
just going to be flat out bad. It's not in between. There's no,
Yeah.
oh, he was decent.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Yeah.
really bad or really
In
good.
college, he was a beast. I was watching.
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
games from him.
No. Yeah.
He was a beast. But
The
for him
thing
to
is,
come and fill the number one role
Yeah.
for Marlon Mack, I don't know if that's going to be
He's,
it.
it
I
will
don't know
happen. It will happen. It's
I
gonna
don't know if it's
happen.
going to be week 2
Yeah.
or week 7 is the problem.
That's the thing, is you don't know when it's
Mhm.
gonna happen. So I can't take
I can't waste the third
Risk,
round
yeah.
pick or fourth round pick
on
and
what
wait
if.
for that to happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
I can't wait. I need the wins early. Give me a better chance at the playoffs.
Marlon Mack at the 8th round, I don't know if I'd get him as a bench player maybe, because he did put up some decent numbers last year,
Uh-huh.
and I think they might still use him as a goal line back. He is a big back.
hmm
He's a power runner,
hmm
but
I mean, at 8, I guess you can't complain at 8. You know what I
at
mean?
8 exactly.
I guess you can't
I think
complain.
he got a little bit of value at 8, but I try to stay away from both of them.
What are you
Just
doing?
'cause-
Yeah.
Yeah. What are
At
you doing, Vin? You staying away from both of them too?
Marlon Mack in the 8th, I'd rather maybe look for another like flex receiver or something by that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the 8th round, I'm looking for probably another receiver. That's usually what I like to do is I love stacking my team with receivers in a PPR league.
Right.
You know, people early.
Right. All right. So we're pretty much staying away from both of those guys if we have
Yep.
to.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we're done with the Colts. Let's move on to the Titans. Let's talk about the Titans, boys.
Man, this division is terrible. Except the Titans.
First at the
Finally,
that-
the Titans.
Titans, I don't know. The Texans are up there with them. I think those are the only two to contend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
Talk
But,
about
It's
the
like
big man.
all
Let's
these
talk about the
years,
big man.
man. I can't believe we're talking about these teams too. It's like all these years went by and they're finally relevant. You know what I
they're getting
mean?
somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's
100%.
talk about our boy Derrick Henry.
Beast.
ADP
A monster.
106.
That is
Beast.
a monster, sir.
Finally.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, 106 ADP, 303 rushing attempts, 1,500 yards, 16 TDs, and 102 yards per game.
Oh my God. Could you even tell me when's the last time a fantasy player have played like that?
And that's without. He's not a pass catching guy. He's a
Right.
pure old school run through
Power
you running
runner.
back.
Yes, he's
Like,
a power
did he
runner.
have
He'll
like
run
a
through.
record breaking for fantasy year or something? Like,
I'm pretty
those
sure
are
he
crazy
broke some-
numbers.
All I know is he was unbelievable last year.
right.
He put up crazy numbers for not being a
Man,
pass
that's
catching back.
great.
It's great. What are you guys doing with him at 106?
I know he just signed a big deal. So
Yeah,
That's what I was worried about.
right.
That 4-year
he signed
contract.
4-year contract, $50 million with
50 million.
205.5 guaranteed.
What do you guys think? He's gonna get lazy on you?
Man, if I was in
might.
the league and I got that much money, I probably wouldn't try as hard.
He might, but still
It's
some
not a
pretty good
chance you
numbers
could
he had.
take. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to take them no
You have to
matter
take
what.
that chance.
If I get him at a fraction of what he done, because it's gonna come. The regression's probably gonna come. But if I get just a little bit of what he done, I'd be super happy with it.
Yeah, 75,
Right.
80% of what he did last year, I'll be happy
I'll
with.
take it. I will take it.
Especially for my first round pick, I'll take it.
100%.
Yeah.
So there's no doubt 106 we're taking him, right? Or no? What do you guys think?
I'll take him in the 6th. I
106.
might even
Yeah,
might take him a little early too if I'm out there. I might
Yeah.
take him like over Zeke maybe.
Really?
I
You
might
might take
I
him
might.
over Zeke. What
I
do you
might
think
take him
about
over
that,
Zeke.
Vinny? What do you think about
I
that?
had Zeke last year.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with him too. I traded
His
him away.
numbers, Zeke's numbers were okay.
Yeah, we're okay.
They weren't the best numbers, but they were okay. uh, on the stat sheet, Derrick Henry played better.
I think so. Yeah.
Derrick Henry did play better than Zeke, so there's a possibility I just might take him over him too.
I think I wouldn't take him over Zeke right now. That's another conversation for another video. And
I
tell you
don't
guys
know,
why on that
man.
one.
I just might.
Well, I wouldn't do it because they got new wide receivers on the Cowboys offense,
That's
so it's
true.
gonna open up. It's gonna open up the
But not the
rushing.
run game a little bit. It might.
They
So
had that backup too, Pollard.
yeah,
Tony
Tony
Pollard.
Pollard.
I see him getting more
No,
More of
more
the
carries,
touches.
more in the mix. Yeah.
there's no way. I mean, unless I only see that if he's tired, like if
Well,
Zeke
they
gets
paid
Yes.
tired.
Zeke too. They paid him, right?
Yeah, they paid him.
Yeah, he paid him.
Yeah.
They paid him.
Yeah,
All
I don't
right.
know, man.
I'm taking him. I'm taking him over. I mean, I'm taking Zeke over Henry. I'm doing that. You guys, what are you guys gonna do? Would you guys do that?
It's
I'll
hard. It's like so tough.
take
Like
a
I
fifth or
want
sixth
to.
pick. I'll take Henry.
What are you doing, Vinny?
Man, that's tough, man. See, like it pressures me out just thinking about being on the clock right
Yeah,
now and deciding who am I gonna take. I wouldn't know what to
All right,
do.
all right. Here's another one. Let's say your fifth pick is Camara and Henry. Who you guys taking?
I'm taking Kamara.
I'm taking Camaro.
I'm taking Camara.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking Kamara. If Kamara's up there, I'm taking him.
Yeah, the offense is way more powerful on
That's true.
the Saints than the
Yeah.
Tennessee.
And he's more pass catching back. It
All
makes
right, but
sense.
we all agree 106. You're taking him.
Yes.
You
If,
gotta
Yes,
take
if
him.
I'm
He's a
that
just
is for
beast.
picking
sure.
there,
Yeah, he's a
I'm
beast.
taking him.
He's a beast.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to the quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. 286 passing attempts, 201 completions. So 286 and 201 completions. 70%
Man.
completion rate. 2,700 passing yards, 22 TDs. And his ADP, I don't see his ADP. I don't see his ADP right here.
Tannehill's ADP is 14.
14.
02.
ADP is 14. What are you guys doing with him? What do you guys think of Ryan
Guys,
Tannehill?
guess what? 14th round, I'd be pretty happy getting him.
Yeah.
I honestly, he might be a couple rounds earlier.
He might
I
be.
see it maybe. That's very
People might be
possible of
going
that
for him.
happening.
I like him at 14, man.
I like him. But I can't believe this guy came from Miami and now he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
100%. He did pretty good.
And
He
he did
He
pretty
really
I
good.
mean, he did pretty good. I mean, he's not great. He's not great. He's not bad. He's good. He's
Here's a
good.
question. Do you
He's
guys
solid.
expect him to duplicate? Is he
Yeah.
coming back with the same numbers?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably playoffs.
Maybe a little regression there.
Maybe
Yeah,
playoffs, man. Who did they upset in the playoffs?
The
Baltimore, I
Ravens.
believe, right?
Ravens.
Yeah, Baltimore. It took Lamar Jackson out.
Oh my goodness, that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. Yeah,
You know
I
what?
actually see him having a better season.
You see him having a better season.
I see him having a better one.
I see him having maybe a little worse to maybe the same. That's what I see.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
see the
see.
same thing. I agree.
He might
Joe.
be the shocker.
He could. It's very
Might,
possible.
he could be.
Very
He might be
possible.
the shocker.
Very possible.
70% completion. He might do it.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good. 70% completion rate.
That's great.
So I'm taking him at 14. What are you guys doing?
I'm taking him in the 14th.
At 14, I'm taking him, especially in a 2 QB league, maybe.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Super safe,
Yeah.
man.
Definitely.
And in one QB league, if he's on the waivers and you're looking for somebody, pick him up.
100%.
He's
I'm not gonna let him leave the
safe
waiver.
streamer.
If at 14, I'm not letting him go into the waivers. I'm picking
Exactly.
him up, man.
But if he goes undrafted in your league and you need somebody week 2, week
Oh,
3,
yeah.
or whatever,
100%.
and you need him, pick him up. It's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Let's talk about his wide receiver, A.J. Brown, ADP 408, 84 targets, 52 receptions, 1,000 yards, 1,051 yards, 8 TDs. Look at this. This is the stat. 20 yards per catch. Number 1 in the league.
Man, not bad.
Yeah.
20 yards per catch, man.
That is crazy.
That is good.
That is crazy. What are you guys doing with him? 408 ADP.
4th round, I like him there, actually. I like him there.
You know,
Yeah,
I didn't know until I actually looked him up. I didn't know he did that good, that decent. You know,
Right.
the 20 yard per catch thing really is unbelievable. That's what really
yeah, that's
that's
great for PPR leagues.
yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
100%. Uh,
But it just scares me because like fourth round, it's
Yeah,
like
he's mid fourth round pick, so like if you're a seventh or eighth pick, he might come around to you.
right.
but wide receiver two, I'd love him to be wide
Yeah.
receiver two. Definitely, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
I see him coming.
Uh, Very low end wide receiver one, but high wide receiver two, I think, because it also because if you go running back heavy, you might end up with him as your number one.
As your no one being,
Yeah.
yeah.
So low end wide receiver one, high end wide receiver two, in my opinion.
Oh, around the same ADP, you're looking at Calvin Ridley, Keenan Allen, and Debo Samuel. So I
Yeah.
think he's actually up there.
Yeah,
I
I
think
like him. I
I
like
think
his
I might pick
ADP.
him up. Yeah,
I
I
like it
might
there.
pick him up in front of Ridley and maybe Allen. Yeah, I
You,
think so. I
Yeah.
like it.
I'd probably do the same thing. Over those guys, yeah.
the team is run heavy, but that also could be a good thing because that also could open up the passing game too at the
The
same time.
passing game,
Right.
So,
and
uh,
he is the true number one there. So
yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. They said it was Corey Davis, but that's not happening.
yeah, that's
They see
not
what they got
that
in AJ Brown
numbers.
now.
Yeah, numbers didn't prove that last year.
100%,
Right.
100%. All right, guys. AJ Brown, I like his ADP. I like it. Let's move on. Let's go
Okay,
to the Texans. Let's talk about the Texans.
Texas.
Let's go
There we
QB.
go.
Let's go QB.
This is a good
Deshaun
team.
Deshaun Watson.
Watson. Give us the stats, Mark, if you have
Uh,
it.
I don't have him in
I
front of
have
me.
him. I have him.
But,
Six. His ADP is at 607. 494 passing attempts, 333 completions, 3,800 passing yards, 26 TDs, 82 rushing attempts, 413 rushing yards, seven TDs rushing out of the 26.
oh wow, he's a beast. What could you say?
But no D Hop.
Yeah.
No D
No,
Hop.
yeah. The only thing is he got no D Hop, but I
No
think he
D
still
Hop.
runs around with those legs and makes his plays. He does have
Yeah.
some. He does have Brandon Cooks now from the Rams.
Okay.
Exactly.
He
What do
still
you?
has Fuller.
Okay.
I believe he still has Stills and Randall Cobb actually. So I
That's a
think he
lot.
That
got some
helps,
decent.
guys. That's not
I
too
think he
bad.
got some decent receiver core there still.
Not bad at all.
What are you guys thinking? You guys taking him at 6 or 7?
At six, I see him. I see me picking him up. If Mahomes is gone, Lamar Jackson's gone in the second and third round, and I went receivers or running backs, and I got to come back around the fourth round, and he's still there, and I
Oh
need.
yeah.
I'm picking him up.
I
I
wouldn't even
I'm
hesitate at
actually
that point.
I have him actually ranked as my third QB. So if
Yep.
Wow.
if
I wouldn't
Mahomes is
hesitate.
gone, and Lamar Jackson, he's my next up.
Yeah.
Here's my outtake on him. I kind of agree with you guys. I love the rushing thing on Deshaun Watson. That's what's good about him is the rushing thing. And now that D Hop is gone, it might lead to actually more rushing
Exactly.
because, but with more rushing comes more injury risk. You know what I mean? Uh, he's probably gonna have to scramble a lot more since D Hop's gone. You know what I mean?
Right.
And those wide receivers are gonna have to be ready. Everybody's gonna have to be ready. David
D
Johnson's
Hop
gonna have
took
to be ready.
D Hop had 40% of the passes completed to him. So that takes that missing piece is a lot.
It's
And his numbers too from 2018 and
But-
2019 are pretty similar,
yeah,
pretty
but
consistent.
that's
He's
what
consistent.
D Hop there though. That's the thing.
I know. That's the whole thing.
That's the thing. So I don't know what to expect from him. But with the more rushing yards, I think, man, 607. I got it. I like it. I gotta take
I
him at
like him.
607. I gotta take him there. I gotta take him there, no doubt.
He had 12 interceptions. That's a lot.
That's a lot of interceptions.
That is a lot of interceptions.
But 7
But,
TDs rushing,
26,
man.
yeah,
7 TDs
26 touchdowns for 2019 and 26 touchdowns for 2018.
If he throws an interception, then he goes and runs in the end zone, there you go. you got your points right back.
Yep. Yeah, not bad.
I'm taking him at 607.
Yeah, I
I'll
like
take him
him in
there.
6th round. I see
Yeah,
why. Yeah. If you
I
could get
see
him, I
him.
think he goes a little earlier. I think he goes
That's
5th.
what I'm saying. If you got him in the 6th round, I think you stole him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you got him.
That's a steal in the 6th round.
All right, let's talk about the running back. They traded for D Hop, which I think was probably like the worst trade in NFL history.
Well, it's one of the controversial ones, but yeah. David Johnson from Arizona Cardinals.
David Johnson. I love David Johnson,
hate
guys.
Dave. I hate David Johnson.
Oh,
I
I love
hate
David
David
Johnson.
Johnson, Joey. I hate him.
Why? We got to talk about this. Let's talk about it.
Because they were projecting him so high last year.
He
Well,
was
I
he
mean,
was
how you're
killing it.
not?
He
How you
was
not gonna
actually
be
killing
projected?
it.
He was
I
killing it
think
the first half. The coach's fault, man.
The first half,
not
but
that the injury also messed him up too.
it's bad. To be projected that high and not produce the numbers you're projected to
There was
produce,
a lot of
I
controversy
can't see
going on
him.
there. There was something going on back there that we didn't know about. Definitely.
Like he had that one good year, and then the year after that, oh my God, Joey, it went from here to here.
No, it
He
went
was
from
making-
here to here, and then to here. Yeah,
I
love
can't
David
take that.
Johnson. I love David
I
Johnson.
can't take that. But see, now he's with
308 is his ADP. What do you? You're not taking him there?
he's with Houston now. It's a difference now. You're
Okay.
talking from Arizona to being in Houston. It's a whole different atmosphere. You're a better team, better quarterback. That's the whole thing that might be different this year. Might maybe change my mind this year is because he's with Houston.
So what are you doing with him, Vinny?
Are you drafting him in 3rd?
Man, who's my other options in 3rd round?
It all
Let me
depends.
bring
See,
up-
it all depends because we don't know who picked what there.
Let me bring up the ADPs. Let's see what's
Just
similar.
bring it up.
Yeah,
Let me
bring it
hear.
up. Bring it up. Bring it up.
Similar ADPs. You have Clyde Edward-Hillards, the rookie for Kansas City, my boy Joey guy.
All right.
And the next one to him, you got Todd Gurley and Raheem Mostert.
What are you doing
Todd
now?
Gurley.
What are you doing now with David Johnson there?
Todd Gurley in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yes,
Are you guys ready for this?
go for it. What are you doing?
I'm taking Gurley instead.
Wow.
I'm
How about you,
taking
Joe?
Gurley instead of
No.
David Johnson.
Definitely not.
You taking Johnson?
Taking Johnson. And I'll tell you I'll tell you why I'm taking Johnson. Well, what are you gonna do, Mark? You gonna take him there before I say what I say?
Oh, well, 3rd round. What's his ADP? 308, right?
308, yeah.
First of all, before I click on his name and draft him, I have to make sure it's the right D Johnson.
Yeah,
You do have
yeah.
D Johnson there.
Yeah.
I don't want to draft that guy
No,
now.
no.
Especially in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Duke Johnson?
But guess what? I like him in that system. I think he does good in the Texan system. I might take him in the 3rd round. I think so. I think I take him on top of Gurley.
So I gotta try to see if I could change Vinny Breezy's mind here a little bit to maybe help him out a little bit. See if he might like him a little more. David Johnson to the Texans. For one, D Hop is there. Okay, so all those targets are missing. So and David Johnson's a pass catching beast. Those targets
That's how
are
he made
gonna
all
go
those
to
points.
him. Those
how he made all
targets are
those
gonna go to
points.
him. No D Hop there. So that means that he's going to have to check it down, D Hop. If he's not running, he's going to check it down. Who's going to get those check downs?
Right.
David Johnson's going to get them. That's going to be his
Who's their
security
backup?
blanket.
Who's their backup?
The running back? Who cares? He's clear number one over there.
It's the
I
other
wanna
D.
know.
It's
I
the
wanna
other.
know who's
It's
the
the other.
backup.
It's the other Johnson. Duke
The other
Johnson.
Duke Johnson.
Oh, it is Duke Johnson.
Yeah, that's what they both D Johnson. Do not draft the other Johnson though.
Duke Johnson, Cleveland Browns,
He's clear
man.
cut number one. They wouldn't have drafted him. He wasn't going to be number one there over
Yeah.
D Hop.
Oh
Come
my
on, man.
God.
They're not going to draft him and get rid of D Hop and bring him and not play him. There's no way.
Man, I
Mark,
don't
right?
know if I like him.
Mark.
I agree.
But it's hard,
He's
man.
clear-cut number one there.
Would I take Todd Gurley, the arthritis man? I don't know.
I like Gurley. I like him.
Arthritis
I like
Gurley.
Gurley in that
I'm
system too.
picking David Johnson. From all those things I said, that I got to. There's no way. Check down beast. He's
But
going to be a check
was there
down
other
beast
receivers? I probably even take another receiver
over David Johnson.
in that round.
He-
If there was another decent receiver
So,
in
yeah,
that round, I might just do
You're a
it.
different drafter, I guess.
Yeah.
a different drafter. Because David Johnson's turning into a wide receiver to me. He's turning into one now.
Right. Who's the other receivers, Mark? In that?
Around that time, you got Chark, you got Diggs,
No.
No.
you got Robert Woods.
No. You probably go David Johnson then. You probably had no choice, man.
So what do you? Did
Between him and
did
Gurley,
Did I
but-
kind of sway you a little bit on that? A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Are you still gonna take Gurley?
I don't know. Gurley, whole season. I don't know.
Scary.
It's scary.
But I like him in the offense,
But
it's
to
just
me,
Gurley
they're
gonna be
both
Gurley.
scary. They're
Yes.
both scary.
I'm taking
For me.
Johnson over Gurley.
We're taking Johnson.
Yeah,
We're doing it.
I'm
in.
You're in. How about you, DJ?
I'm in.
I'm in. I was in.
All right. All right. We did it.
Right.
All right, boys. Last guy for me on the list, Brandon Cooks. And
yeah.
let's talk about both Brandon Cooks and Will Fuller because I'm gonna talk about them at the same time. I don't know what to do with them.
I'm staying away.
I don't know. They're both 50-50 to me. I don't know who's gonna be number one there. But Brandon Cooks had 1,000 yards in 4 of his 6 seasons that he played. But that was 4 different teams. He was on 4 different teams. But he should be the leading target there. He should be. But Will Fuller's there too. So
Will Fuller gets injured a lot, guys.
But 7 though. 7's
So
not a
does
bad
Cooks.
ADP.
That's why I'm staying away.
Yeah.
Cooks is 1 concussion away from retiring, I believe.
But 7's not a bad ADP, huh? 7?
I think at 7,
Maybe.
there's a little bit of value there. I think that at 7,
Maybe.
you got a flex or a right receiver 3 in the 7th round.
Yeah, I'm going to try to stay away as hard as I can from those guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When they heat up, though, maybe, we'll see what happens then.
I'd like him better like 8 or 9.
Yeah, if they fall at
if he fell that far, I'd be happy. But 7, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's it, guys. We talked about the AFC South. Thanks, Vinny Breezy, for joining us, our special
Hey,
guest.
no problem, guys. I had a blast.
Thanks,
Please
DJ.
like and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget about joining us on our socials.
All the links are below.
Yes, they're all going to be below. We are the Fantasy Football Force. May the Fantasy Force be with you.
Be with you.
Amen.
Amen. Check you guys out. Goodbye, guys.
I'll see you guys.
May the force be with you.
May the force be with you.